talking? Whatever.
All right, we are back on the Morning Brew with Friends, and we are joined with our friend Tanya Gibson, the Executive Director of Carrington College in Albuquerque, and we were talking blood pressure.
Yes, we are.
I had to go to the doctor just a few weeks ago, and they took my blood pressure, put the cuff on, and I think it was 118 over 70, 118 over 70. Is that like, they gave me the thumbs up.
That is a thumbs up range, no doubt.
Okay,
so,
excellent,
yes.
excellent. You know, I know that a lot of us, we talk about blood pressure and these kinds of things, but I mean, how important is it? What is it? If you are dealing with, I guess it's hypertension is high and hypo is low.
Yep.
And like, if you're struggling with these things, how big a deal are they?
Well, I think it's a big deal, and there's 78 million people that suffer from some sort of hypertension. Half of them don't even know it because it's not like a cold where you go and you know, you stuffed up nose or whatever.
Right.
This can just happen. There's no symptoms sometimes.
And then what if there's no symptoms, then why worry?
Well, then I think it's because you can have a stroke, you can have a heart attack. There's a lot of, you know, you can lead to blindness, all kinds of things. And so I think that's why we really need to think about what do we need to do for our blood pressure. And that's one of the things that we're doing this month is certainly educating people during Blood Pressure Awareness Month.
What I think is so awesome, you guys at Carrington College are going for the record.
Going for the record.
Going all the way. At Carrington College, they are trying to get, was it the most blood pressure exams done in a certain amount of period?
In an 8-hour period.
In an 8-hour period. We have the coolest video here. I think this is some of your folks from the school, right?
Yeah, so they're over there doing that. But our plan is we got to get over 26,000 blood pressures in an 8-hour period.
Wow.
And we are doing this at all of our 18 Carrington campuses around the West. And giving you all kinds of information here, but our students are really excited. They really want to invite the community in to just kind of take their blood pressure, help us break the world record.
Right.
But then, really also just to give back to the community and educate the community on the things they can do to lower their blood pressure.
Right. Or higher or raise it if they need to.
Or raise it. I think that most people probably are going to need to lower it.
Right.
So.
And that's diet, exercise. I know low sodium diets.
Low sodium, watching the food you eat, not only low sodium, but the trans and saturated fats, I think, are a big part. Raising your...
You're talking about all my favorite things.
Well, then they don't want you to drink alcohol, they want you to exercise, but all of those things do make a very quick and dramatic difference.
Really?
In your blood pressure. So.
And then when your blood pressure gets into the normal range, like mine.
Like yours, you are.
Do you start to feel better?
Yeah, I think people do feel better because most likely they've lost some weight, they're eating healthier, and so I think they are out, being more active and eating better, and so I think you do feel better overall. And then you're not worried about a stroke or heart attack or those kinds of things that are so devastating.
That's it. So anybody can just go show up on May 21st and get their blood pressure taken. And if you do get something that says you are in the high range or the low range, do you just say, oh, no, now I gotta go see my doctor, or do you just
panic first? No,
right. You don't want, you don't want people flipping out in the clinic.
Yeah, we're gonna take their blood pressure, and then we also are gonna have information there. A lot of our faculty and staff are trained nurses and medical assistants. So
that's what you guys do at Carrington College. You train people to be doctors.
We train people to do nurses, medical assistants, and those. So we're gonna have information. They're gonna talk to you, but at the end of the day, they're gonna send you back to your doctor to say, just go get checked out if you haven't been, and then ask your doctor the course of treatment. We're not going to be doing any kind of treatment or anything there, but because we are going to be focused on this goal of.
Do you know what the previous record was?
The previous record is 26,000, I think 450.
Okay.
And so that means that in Albuquerque at our Carrington, we need to get about 1,500 people to come in and for us to take their blood pressure. Now we have about 400 students that we will use. We have a staff of about 50, so we really are looking for about 1,000 people that will come by to get their blood pressure taken.
Anybody should just show up on this one.
Yes.
Is it all day on the 21st?
It's from noon to 8 p.m.
Okay, so I can go after work.
You can go after work. You can go over your lunch hour. And so I think it'll be a fun event. Our students are really looking forward to it. It's a great time for them to showcase their skills. And we'll have about probably 30 stations set up, so there won't be a waiting game. You'll come in, you'll get through. We have great parking in front of the building and all. So
that's very good. Well, Greg and I were talking a minute ago about the economy in Albuquerque. And then I don't know if you saw over over the weekend, the report came out that enrollment at colleges is down.
Yes.
And that's the thing, Greg and I have talked on the show several times about the needs for the skilled employee in Albuquerque. Are you guys seeing that too? Just overall, the slowdown in applications?
Well, I think we have seen the slowdown, like all the other colleges and universities have.
Yeah.
Some of that's the economy. Some of that is the number of students coming out of high school. There's a lot of different things to play in.
Yeah, there's a million factors that go into it.
Yeah,
right.
but what we have found is if we get the right student who wants to be a dental assistant or a medical assistant, a pharmacy tech, there are jobs available in Albuquerque for our students when they earn their certificate or their associate's degree in nursing to become an RN. So
hospitals are recruiting very hard
and this is a huge healthcare industry. So this is a great Carrington's a great place to come and get started if you want to kind of get the jump start into a healthcare career.
Right. Well, I know that the economists tell me that we are what they call an eds and meds economy.
Yes.
Which means that education and medicine are the two growing fields.
Yep.
So I'm sure you guys are on the front lines of that every day.
We are on the front lines of that. So.
Yeah. I love this. Before I forget to ask, because I vaguely remember this from high school, and we took the health class. You have to put the thing on, you do the stuff, and they teach you how to take the blood pressure in health class in high school. And the coolest word ever happens in taking your blood pressure when you listen to the beat. It's called the sounds of Korotkov. Am I right? Is that what it is?
That is right.
And that's so when the doctor is listening and you hear they actually can hear your little blood vessel opening and closing. Who was Korotkov? Who is this guy?
I have no idea. Now you are way above my knowledge level on blood pressure, but yeah, it's so much fun for our students when they start doing that and they're listening and they're doing
you can start hearing that little.
You can start hearing it right away.
Yep. And I want to now. I'm going to have to Google before the next break the sounds of Korotkov. I don't know why that name stuck in my head.
I don't either. That's certainly an odd name.
Right? But we'll be back in a couple of seconds in the Morning Brew. I think Steve Westman is here, the Curious Townie. He's going to tell us all about some great stuff going on Civic Plaza, which is cool. Maybe we can get some people out on doing blood pressures on Civic Plaza, too. That'd be great fun. On the Morning Brew with friends.